Welcome students to the Joyful Living class. In our previous video we have already started lesson 4 No Rose Without Thorns, and we have completed up to the poem written by Geetanjali. Now let's continue with the part 2. After the poem there was one question that I had given you for the homework to write into your text. Now Mr. Narayan, this is a short story. Let's read out it. Mr. Narayan, a 62-year-old man, is suffering from brain cancer since 1995. He does his daily chores like any other healthy individual. His wife and daughter deserted him because of the killer disease. Though shaken up, he recovered soon. He took up teaching English in order to pay his medical bills. He has trained 3,723 students in English and aims to train at least 5,000 before he dies. So, what's the moral we get it here from there? Suffering and trials did not make him give up or be discouraged, but rather he faced them courageously and made use of his pain to achieve something in life. So this was the article in Indian Express newspaper on 8th April 2003 about suffering of an old man, which is of 62 years old. Then he recognized about brain cancer. Then also he didn't feel sorry for that. Instead, he faced it with courageously and tried to teach English in order to pay his medical bills. So this we should also learn from them. Then there is a song on the page number 31. So let's enjoy the song. And I wish you also sing together.
We got a great big wonderful God. 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 Our God is always victorious, always watching over us. Great big wonderful God. We got a 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 great big wonderful God. Our God who loves every one of us, done so much for all of us. Great big wonderful God. He never, never, never leaves us. He never, never, never leaves us. He's always standing by to pick up us if we stumble. We are the apple of His eye. We got a great, big, wonderful God. We got a great, big, wonderful God. Our God who loves every one of us, done so much for all of us. Great big wonderful God. A great big wonderful God. A great big wonderful God.
I hope you like this song. Now let's proceed further. When we are involved in others' pain, our own seems just a drop in the vast ocean. We must visit hospitals, slums, orphanages, etc., in order to be aware of the sufferings around us. We must be sensitive to the pain of others and thus reach out to them in compassionate love. God wants us to be the channels of His compassionate love to others, to be healers of spiritual and physical ailments. So, from this, we can conclude that we should realize and we should be sensitive towards pain and sufferings of others, and if we'll do so, we feel that our pain is just a drop in the vast ocean. And also this says that God wants us to be the channels of His compassionate love and also to be healers of spiritual and physical ailments. This line can be more clearly described or explained by a short poem given on to the page number 31 and 32 into your textbook. Let's read out that. What couldn't we? Why? On the street, I saw a small girl, cold and shivering in a thin dress, with a little hope of decent meal. I became angry and said to God, "Why did you permit this? Why don't you do something about it?" Here, the girl is asking to God why you cannot do something for that poor girl. For a while, God said nothing. That night, God replied quite suddenly, "I certainly did something about it." It says, God is saying, "I have done certainly about it." And the answer was, "I made you." This says that I made you for becoming the healer of that poor girl. So we should realize this, that we are the channels of God's compassionate love and we should reach out to those suffering people. Now on the page number 32, it's a practice work given onto the page number 32, something to do. It's a group activity like you all have done and seen into the school about a prayer, we can say group prayer it is, where we are praying and response is also there. So you can practice this at your home. Now next is something to remember, and this is also a short poem. There once was an oyster whose story I tell, who found that some sand had got into his shell. It was only a grain, but it gave him great pain, for oysters have feelings although they are so plain. Now did he berate the harsh workings of fate that had brought him to such a deplorable state? Did he curse the government, cry for the election, and claim that the sea should have given him protection? No, he said to himself as he lay on a shell, "Since I cannot remove it, I shall try to improve it." Now the years have rolled around, as the years always do, and he came to his ultimate destiny still. And the small grain of sand that had bothered him so was a beautiful pearl and richly aglow. Now, the tale has a moral, for isn't it grand what an oyster can do with a morsel of sand? What couldn't we do if only we would begin with some of the things that get under our skins? So, from this short poem, it describes about an oyster which feels in the beginning very bad and painful when a small grain of sand was fallen inside it because it was painful for it. But later on, as the years have rolled down, that small grain of sand has converted into a beautiful pearl. Similarly, we should feel that whatever pain or suffering is given to us by the God is something going to give us some better experiences and better learning. So we should not be frustrated and feel something bad for it. Rather, we should be thankful for the God and we should always trust in God. Now, after this, again comes a poem, a song on page number 34, Stand By Me. It's a wonderful song. After this, I am giving you the song. Enjoy the song and also recite the song. And always remember, no rose is without thorns. So, we should remember this and learn to live with the pain and suffering in better way. So here we end up with the chapter, and also we are here to pause this joyful living syllabus up to your final exams. Then after your semester exams will continue. By the time, live joyfully and enjoy your days. Thank you.
When the storms of life are raging, stand by me. When the storms of life are raging, stand by me. When the world is tossing me like a ship upon the sea, thou who rulest wind and water, stand by me. In the midst of tribulation, stand by me. In the midst of tribulation, stand by me. When the host of hell assail and my strength begins to fail, thou who never lost a battle, stand by me. In the midst of faults and failures, stand by me. In the midst of faults and failures, stand by me. When I've done the best I can and my friends misunderstand, thou who knowest all about me, stand by me. When I'm growing old and feeble, stand by me. When I'm growing old and feeble, stand by me. When my life becomes a burden and I'm nearing chilly Jordan, O thou lily of the valley, stand by